Let me ask you something. Have you ever scrolled through Instagram or TikTok and felt like you're behind in life? Like everyone else is winning, making money, traveling the world, building their dream bodies, their dream relationships, and you're just stuck. Yeah, me too. There's a silent crisis happening right now, especially with our generation. It's not about money. It's not about fame. It's not even about success. It's about confidence. Because somewhere along the way, we started believing that we're not enough, not good enough, not fast enough, not beautiful enough, not ahead enough. And the culprit, it's not just social media, it's comparison. The invisible war that happens in your mind every single day. Let's get real. Comparison isn't new. Humans have been comparing since the dawn of time. But what's changed is scale. You used to compare yourself to the 5 people in your village. Now, you're comparing yourself to a billion strangers on the internet with filters and highlight reels and rented Lambos. There's a term psychologists use, social comparison theory. It basically says we figure out who we are by comparing ourselves to others. But what happens when the people we compare to are fake, filtered, and flexing? You think you're behind. But behind compared to what? Confidence doesn't just vanish, it erodes, slowly, painfully, every time you measure your worth using someone else's ruler. Think about this. Every scroll, every like, every look at them moment is a tiny paper cut, and over time, you're bleeding self-esteem. Comparison makes you question your timeline, your body, your choices, even your identity. You're chasing someone else's version of success and abandoning your own. This is how comparison works. It tells you you're not enough, not yet, not until you catch up. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Nobody shows their failures. Nobody posts their insecurities. What you see online is a product, a brand, a highlight reel. And yet, we compare it to our raw, unfiltered reality. You're comparing your backstage to their stage performance, your bloopers to their best takes. But here's the thing. Confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from honesty. They got married at 25. You're still single at 30. He made his first million at 21. You're still figuring out what to do at 29. So what? Your timeline isn't broken. You are not late. You are just different. Trust the pace of your path. You don't need to rush. You need to trust. What does comparison really cost you? Time, joy, presence. Your life becomes a race you never signed up for. Instead of building yourself, you're busy watching others build. Instead of loving your process, you're obsessing over someone else's outcome. And slowly, you forget who you are. If comparison is killing your confidence, we exposed the invisible war. How social media and modern life make you compare constantly. How that comparison drains your confidence drop by drop. How you've been tricked into believing you're not enough just because someone else is more. But now it's time to fight back, not with more hustle, not with toxic positivity, but with truth. Let's start at ground zero, your mind. Because comparison is not just a bad habit, it's a neural pattern. And if a pattern can be learned, it can be unlearned. The next time you feel comparison creeping in, pause and ask, what story am I telling myself right now? Because comparison only hurts when it turns into a story that says, I'm not good enough. You can rewrite the story, and it starts with a question. Who told you you're late? Here's the truth. Confidence can't be outsourced. It doesn't come from likes. It doesn't come from compliments. It comes from internal metrics. Ask yourself, what do I truly value? Is it progress, kindness, creativity? Use those as your scorecard, not someone else's metrics. Confidence grows when you start winning on your own terms. It's time to do a detox, not of your body, but of your inputs. Who do you follow? What do you consume? Who do you allow into your mind every day? Your mind is not a landfill. It's a garden. Stop letting weeds grow where your peace should be. You want confidence? Then get quiet, get still, and reconnect with your true path. There's a version of you that existed before comparison poisoned your self-view. Before the numbers, before the filters. That version of you knew joy, curiosity, peace. Confidence comes back when you stop performing and start being. Comparison turns life into a contest. But the truth is there is no competition because no one else can be you. Your voice, your story, your struggles, your style. You are not here to win a race. You're here to create something only you can. Confidence isn't about being ahead, it's about being aligned. Now here's the hardest part, and the most important. You have to accept yourself, not the future version, not the 10x version, but the you right now. Confidence without comparison is only possible when you stop outsourcing your worth. Self-acceptance is not the end. It's the beginning of real, grounded confidence. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not broken. You are just comparing too much to people who don't even know your story. When you stop comparing, you start living fully, freely, finally. If this message hit your soul, leave a comment below. I choose confidence over comparison. Let's remind the world, we're not here to copy, we're here to create. Now go and live as if no one is watching. Accept your future self because they're proud of you.